What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with my buddy Alan, who you guys might remember from the last video we did in the Ozarks. We have a bit of a different video going on this week. So Alan, he drove the Chevy Colorado that you guys saw in the last video with the AEV canopy camper. That truck is gone. That truck is, it's no more.
It's no more, dude. No.
Yeah. So he texted me kind of spur of the moment one day. He went down to a Chevy dealership. He just saw a really good deal on a brand new Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison, right?
Yep.
So he couldn't pass it up. He jumped on the deal, and now we're in the garage cutting a big hole in the fender. So what are we doing here, Alan?
It's a big first mod, right? Like this is we're installing the snorkel, which I think you and I kind of agree it's like a pretty crucial part of any four-wheel drive build because it allows for cleaner air, and on top of that we have the sealed air box, right, for all the creek crossings and river crossings that we end up doing in the Ozarks. So yeah, man, cutting holes in very expensive trucks.
Nice. That's what we're doing. So how long have you had this now? Two weeks?
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks, and we're cutting a giant hole in the fender. So yeah, snorkels, I mean, a lot of mixed opinions in the States here. You know, a lot of people will just say, you know, why would you put a snorkel on a vehicle that, you know, that never sees water? Well, we see water, you know. There's times where we'll drive into a river without checking the depth. Maybe that's dumb, but we've done it. So it just gives you peace of mind, makes you feel a little bit safer when you're going through rivers, and they may be deeper than you think they might be, and then plus just cleaner air up top if you're driving down dusty roads and whatnot. But we're all for snorkels. It's just,
yeah,
you know,
and not just that, dude. I mean, we live pretty close to sea level, so we experience a lot of flooding here in Texas. I mean, how many times have we seen videos and images online of cars flooding, you know, during heavy rainfalls or heavy rain seasons and that sort of thing? So I mean, so much benefit to having a snorkel here where we live in Texas. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of hard to not do one. And
I mean, we both think they're cool looking, so
they are pretty cool.
You know, we just like them, so we're gonna do it. If you think that snorkels are dumb, then comment down below and I'll disagree. But whatever. So big hole cut in the fender. Yeah, we're getting into it. So I think with this truck, it's a little bit hard because we're a little far away from each other, but I'm gonna try and film as much as I can of him doing his build up, because he's got some really cool things coming in the near future for this. This is not gonna look like this very long. So Snorkel's the first one, but we have a lot coming, mainly for, you know, the rear end of his truck and the camp setup he's doing. It's gonna be really cool. So definitely subscribe if you guys want to see where we take this Chevy ZR2, and probably some camp trips to come with it once she's ready to go.
Absolutely.
So yeah. All right.
Let's get to it.
So remove the 17 torque screws and one push pin holding the wheel liner in place. Remove the wheel liner. Don't throw it away, according to the instructions.
Taking this thing off the road yet.
Yeah.
It was literally off of a freaking CrossFit gym.
Alright, cool.
Save it.
Yeah.
Save it.
Don't throw it away. Well, that opens all that up. Oh, that's easy access.
To the fender?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to take this piece off. This piece right here, supposedly. I don't know if that just pops out. Yeah. Easy enough.
Alright, cool.
Alright, now according to the instructions, we put the template on the right side. Yep. So according to the instructions, the way that they have you do it. Hey Papa, how you doing? Put this template on, and then they have you center punch these holes to mark them, and then they have you drill 1/16 pilot holes. Drill holes using drill number 1 holes to 1 inch using a hole saw. Drill number 2 holes to 5/16 inch. Oh, so that's for a GMC. So we got less steps here for the Chevy. So you drill the holes out and then cut around them.
Yeah? No. About 9 inches. I'll confirm that's 9 inches here a second.
Right there.
That's going to be
this mark for?
The hanger or the support. So we have the drill hole and the rivet to this.
Cool. So the way the instructions read, you put your template right about here. You center punch your holes and then drill your holes, and that kind of creates what you're supposed to cut out.
Dude, this is nice. Holy cow.
Yeah. That's good because paper is so easy to get wrong.
I know.
The paper templates.
You literally like click this right here.
Yeah. Check some tape on that to hold it down. You have tape?
Yeah, it's right here. Cutting holes in a $60,000 truck.
Worth it.
Worth it.
This little template that they send, so like, for instance, my snorkel, they just sent me a paper template, my radius fab snorkel. You just kind of have to do your best to line it up fender well. It just kind of leaves a lot of room for error. But this one, AEV sent like a plastic pre-bent piece of, a plastic.
It's like a mold.
A plastic mold of the fender. And it's got all the little holes for you to cut out on it. So super cool because it leaves a lot less room for error. But,
if you mess this up, something's wrong.
yeah, which if somebody's gonna mess it up, it's gonna be us.
Right, that's right. You ready? I'm gonna do the first little punch.
Yeah.
This is like the point of no return.
Yeah, we officially have dents in the fender.
Yeah, You ready?
Yeah.
First one's going in.
Ah, you stuffed it up.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Yikes.
Oh, God.
All right, damage is done. Cool, now according to the instructions, you drill out all the number 1s to 1 inch using a 1 inch hole saw, and then number 2s you use a 5/16 inch bit. Hello! It's our chef! That's Chef Gianni. I don't know if you guys remember him from the last video.
He'll pop up later.
Does Gianni look weird with his haircut? Uh-oh, maybe not. That didn't work. Do you want me to maybe hold it down while you...
I'll just watch it.
Okay. Super Kitty, huh? Her name is Jenny? Nice.
My name is Douglas. That's her real name.
Yeah.
Real person name right there.
Alright. I'm like shaky from all the caffeine and nicotine that I've had.
You're welcome. Just
So
super
these ones
jittery.
are going to be kind of tough.
Do you know who's playing there?
Your little stuffies.
Yeah. Guess what?
Oh, good to you.
That looks good.
It's like connect the dots. That's what I feel like I'm playing right now. You know that kid game?
Yeah.
Did she just say hi?
Way higher stakes.
Just gonna say, it takes a lot of skill to do this.
Hi.
Oh, that's not right.
Hi. Oh.
Yeah.
There it is.
So I'm almost wondering if we take a piece of paper to do this one, so we can bend it.
Probably not a bad idea.
This is a good boy. It's a girl.
She says, good boy.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. But see, it is different from the design that's on the...
Yeah, it is a little different. On the instructions, this is how it lays it out. But the template has a little bit different shape there, different location for the holes.
Yeah.
So
Once we get this cut, we can line it on them.
hopefully it all works out.
Yeah. I'll probably go in like... The Snorkel should cover all this.
So at this point we've got our hole cut. Well, Alan has his hole cut. And he's just going in with, what's it called?
Touch-up paint.
Touch-up paint. And he's just touching up all the fresh cuts we just made in it. So
No corrosion.
no corrosion. You don't want to leave that exposed. So now we're just marking where we need to drill for the little A-pillar bracket. We gotta drill 6 holes and rivet that thing down. So that's where we're at. And then we gotta remove this fender to get the snorkel in. OSHA approved.
Cherry.
So we're prepping these rivets, and what we're gonna do here is we just put a little bit of Sikaflex on a piece of cardboard, and we're gonna take these rivets they send us to rivet this bracket down. And we're just going to take a little bit of Sika on the rivet, just like so, just to kind of seal up the A-pillar a little bit as we're putting these in. Maybe an unnecessary step, but we're gonna do it. So yeah. So again, just a little bit of Sika right there around it. And we're just feeding these bad boys in for now, getting them all roughly where they need to be. They're requiring a little bit of persuasion. Cool. Now we'll rivet them down.
Okay. This is gonna suck quite a bit actually. Open it and then snip.
Yeah, it's sinking down.
Is it? Good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect. Beautiful.
There you go.
First one down.
There, right there. There it is. Sweet. That's it.
That's that.
Nice.
Looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good, man.
So this is a really tricky bolt right here we're working on to remove this fender. We're having to essentially use the socket down here to bend it just ever so slightly so that we can gain access to
Right here.
that bolt right there.
And you guys can see it already like released, like we had a lot of tension on this guy and it already gave way. You can tell it, like the lines are actually off. So once we go to reinstall it, we're gonna have to kind of put a fair amount of pressure down and in to get that to seat back up correctly. What I'll probably end up doing is like using the nut back here, because the nut itself is like spot welded to the mount or to the little tab. And so what I'll probably end up doing is this, is like torsioning it so I can get to the actual bolt. All right, well, let's see what happens.
Sometimes you gotta improvise when there's no other videos out there of stuff like this. You know, the instructions say just to follow the factory service manual on this part, removing the fender. So
We don't know what that is.
we're not looking at that. We're just trying to figure it out ourselves.
And it's going okay.
It's going great. So to kind of fill you guys in on where we're at right now, we're just going through. There's a ton of bolts holding the fender on, so we're going through and taking out all the bolts that we can get access to easily. We're still fighting with that one that's right up there. It's just not easy to get to, so we're gonna try and just get everything off that we can down below. Just loosening everything up to see what else we need to do to get the snorkel in there. But we'll keep you guys in the loop. So there we go. Pull. Hang on, looks like there may be one more right here. Yeah. Okay. If we pull these out right, it shouldn't be too hard to. I don't think we'll break them. There we go.
That's it. There's a flare.
That'd be a good time to replace this broken one. The glorious moment. The fender is coming off.
I got it.
Look at that.
Weighs nothing.
Yep.
I probably shouldn't do that.
That's awesome. So
Sweet.
this bolt we struggled with, but it really just required loosening it up just enough because it's slotted. It was slotted in right there, so you don't actually have to get the bolt all the way out. But yeah, she's out. Big step. So one thing to note is you have to get the AC discharged here, which Alan already did that. He took it and got it, the AC discharged yesterday because evacuated, sorry. This AC line right here, you have to move it so that the airbox can meet up with the snorkel over there. So now at this point we're getting ready to disassemble this airbox, and we have to put the AEV like lower portion of the airbox in. So that's where we're at now, but we're just getting all this torn apart.
The shroud and the intake are all kind of like interconnected. So it's like funneling air from the front of the truck.
So we will no longer have that hose going up to the front here, will we?
I don't think so.
I feel like that would defeat the purpose of a snorkel if it did.
100%, right? Which is why you got to get rid of the airbox. Okay. And attached to the airbox is this massive connector.
Yeah, so we got the top of the airbox off somewhere. That was pretty easy to get off. Got the filter out. Now we're moving this because we're going to replace this with the AEV lower part of the airbox.
Okay. Why do all of the modern day cars have so many freaking hoses and pipes and wire looms everywhere, dude? You tell me that.
And there's a few more electronics going on in here than the 80 series has. Just a handful.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Oh.
Ah, that's gone forever.
That's okay. Hang on. There it is. Got it. It's hard to see in there, but it's just a little push clip, little connector.
Oh, that looks like the path. Get the hose out of the way.
There we go. Oh my
There
gosh.
she comes. She had a baby.
What a mess.
It's an airbox.
It's so connected. All right, dude. Holy smokes, that was kind of a bear.
Yeah. All right, she's out. Now time for the AEV bits to start going in, I think.
I think so too.
We
I think this is like officially my truck, right? Like once you start like tinkering and taking fenders out and stuff like that and making holes in it, then it feels like it's yours.
Yeah.
For like the past couple weeks, I'm like, doesn't feel like it's my truck. Doesn't feel like it's my truck. Well, now I feel like it's my truck.
Yeah. Starts to become your own once you start modifying it.
For sure. And this is a big one. All right, Justin, what were we just talking about?
So, the one thing that we're putting the lower AEV airbox together, and it just has you essentially rivet this to the airbox, which in normal cases would be fine, I'm sure. But I don't like how it's not actually sealed. So I think that we're gonna drill the holes out so we can rivet this down, but we're gonna put some Sikaflex all the way around it on the bottom, so it actually has a seal to it, just in case.
Just to make it watertight, right?
Just to make it actually watertight.
Yep.
For some of you, may not be necessary, probably for most, but we're in here right now, might as well take that extra step. So, yeah. We're just going all the way around this edge here. Provide a little extra protection.
For those like super deep Ozark water crossings.
It's just the confidence that it gives you.
For sure.
Because the most intimidating part about water crossings is typically just what it's going to do to your vehicle.
Right.
Obviously. For the instance where you accidentally get stuck in a river, you'd be really happy you did this.
Real quick, for those of you that would like a video about potentially preparing your vehicle for water crossings, leave a comment down below. Maybe be one of those things that we can visit later on.
Yeah, I think that's probably Gucci.
Probably good. Yeah.
Go to your home.
I thought you were missing that pneumatic rivet gun right about now.
Yeah, just a little bit. Nice little Beta Seeker coming out. Perfect.
You should get a workout today, dude.
All right, so this is the best. This is where we're at now. We got the lower airbox assembled. The instructions are a little bit vague. This is hopefully right. So what is this called? Does it say?
Like a isolator, I guess.
Yeah, and then we got this one down here, and this little bracket for a zip tie.
The wire harness.
Yeah, right there. And then this part is what holds the air filter Sika down. So yeah, if we have to take this out to switch one of these around, we'll see. Hey, we're not professionals, so I think we're good to go.
Let's try it.
All right. So right now we're fussing with there's a little air duct that leads from the front of the truck to the old airbox. We're just kind of fussing with that. Might be a bit of a bear to get out. I wonder if this is just something you leave in there for now, and then at a later date, if you ever get
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
get up in the guts, like put your winch in there maybe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like zip tie it for now.
Yeah, keep it from rattling.
Yeah, because otherwise it will.
A little extra airflow going into your engine bay. What is that big hole in that airbox for?
I'm telling you, I think it's a drain. I think as soon as it clears, the nice thing is I have access to it, so I can fix it later or plug it somehow. Because I don't think I have any plugs right now. It literally has to go in, and this is the first for like rain and stuff.
Well, maybe that's something if you know you're going to do you keep a grommet for it in your truck.
Yeah.
And then when you know you're about to do river crossings, you plug it.
Okay.
I guess that's how she's supposed to sit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's at a weird angle from all the pictures I saw.
Maneuver her back into place. Okay. Get the Sika off my hand.
And this is the AC line right here, guys. So I did detach it from the little clamp right here. And now that we're pretty much all ready to go, I can easily just put it back in and start kind of tightening that up. Female end. So we're gonna have to like position this once we get the snorkel in here. Okay. Try not to mess this
Let me
up.
try and help you, I guess.
Yeah. Be so kind. sorry.
Hang on a sec. Back up.
All right, let me close the door first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Try and creep it forward more.
Bingo.
Looks good.
That's it, dude. How's that? Good?
Yeah. Cool. We did it!
We did it, dude. What a bear. Holy
No
shit.
struggles whatsoever.
No, super smooth.
Yeah, no mess ups.
We're perfect. Who needs shops, dude?
I don't know.
Not these guys. Not these guys.
The longest hose clamp. Well, excessive. It's the mother of all hose clamps.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Probably a little longer than it needed to be. Alright, so a little update. The fender's back on. We just went through and tightened all these guys, played around with the body alignment. She's all starting to look pretty good, kind of where we want it to sit. Got the hose clamp, or I'm sorry, the hose clamp on the snorkel here where it connects. Tightened up. And yeah, it's just a lot of the finish work now. It's all the putting back together of things, but they're not pretty good. That's where we're sitting so far. Alan here has opted to go away from OEM and gain about 15 horsepower.
And let all the dust through.
With the K&N air intake.
Jeremy.
What?
And let all the dust through.
Yeah. So a lot of horsepower gains here. And a lot less
protection.
They also sent a sticker too, which is another additional 5.
5 horsepower.
So we'll put that on there.
I just want to hear the whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah. Dude, this is the most intense plastic wrap I've ever seen. I can't get through it. These are the satisfying parts though.
Yeah. Coming together.
The finishing touches. Look at that. That's pretty good looking actually. Nice. Oh yeah, like a glove. That looks good. That's good.
Why would you put a freaking big ass harness connector right here? Is this the computer? This is the damn computer, dude.
Freaking Chevy, dude.
Freaking Chevy, dude. Holy smokes. Oh, did you catch me? Oh, I'm on camera. I mean, it's perfect. Sponsor me.
Perfection is sitting out in the street in front of your house right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that.
Cool. Alright, what next?
Just put the fender liner, fuel and tire,
yeah.
and we're good to go, dude. There it is.
Alright, fender liner's back in. Just gonna jack this up a little bit, put the tire on. And that's all she wrote.
Finally close this off. Everything looks good. I think I'm ready to go back to the shop to get my AC charged and we'll be all set, dude.
That's it. What do you think? So we were talking off camera, that was about 4 hours, 4.5 hours of work.
About 4 hours.
Two people is really helpful for this.
Yeah, I would say if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be 6 to 7 hours. And then obviously I would recommend getting the AC evacuated, because that just made life so much easier. I mean, it was literally just move the hose, set the air intake in, and we were good to go. So
yeah, I don't know how, it'd be a fight to do it without doing that.
I think so.
Yeah.
You could probably do it, but you're going to be bending the lines, and
Yeah.
you don't want to do that. But yeah.
All right, well,
Solid.
for all you Chevy owners out there, I hope this helped you. If you guys are thinking about doing this to your 25 Colorado, but I think that's gonna be it for the video. So, yeah,
It's good.
all right, enjoy some B-roll. That's cool.
That is pretty cool, dude.
I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but you can definitely hear it inside here.